I'm Jeff Mann, analyst with Gartner Research and chair of the Symposium event in Cape Town. The Aspiring Innovator program at the Cape Town Symposium this year is really aimed at putting a bit of a spotlight on local initiative, local companies, local startups that are doing something interesting and innovative. It's not really a kind of a reality program where we didn't do a contest. We're not really trying to find the best necessarily, but we're finding ones that are really have something to say, something that is interesting. So we took our message, we asked about it on social media, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and Twitter. We approached some of the local incubators and some of the local large vendors to recommend to some of their partners. We got about 60 proposals. From that, we chose 6 of them that we would be highlighting. So they run the gamut. There are several that are doing some employee incentive, employee engagement, large data analytics, a mapping and geographic information company. So there's quite a variety of different vendors that we've selected. What we're going to be doing, they have a stand or a small stand on the IT Expo floor so that our delegates can have a look at them, and we're also going to be profiling them in a presentation where they created a small video and to introduce them, and then I'm going to be kind of discussing some of the background around them in that presentation. The Aspiring Innovators program, this year they're mostly from South Africa. A lot of that was logistical. We had proposals from other countries, but it was difficult for them to get here. Logistically, and also for the first year, it was easy to go with most of the ones from South Africa. Several in Cape Town, some are in Joburg. They're the kind of the expected areas that we would see. There's vendors here like WiseTalk, which has an employee engagement platform. Clever, which creates virtual advisors that can help also in the area of employee engagement and helping them become more productive. Incentivize also is more of a platform for giving recognition between vendors. Nandy, they have a data analytics platform. Mapzania has done they're mapping geographic information, so they allow to do interesting things on websites and mobile platforms with mapping information. And Build, which has a platform for building websites. So those are the vendors that we have that come from various places within South Africa. Well, I think this has been a fun program. We've certainly seen a lot of interest on it on social media. A lot of the Gartner staff and many of the Gartner clients are very interested in seeing this. One of the reasons we did it is that we realized that what we do at Symposium and largely with Gartner is we have analysts are based around the world. We come to Cape Town for Symposium at this event, and we bring many of the worldwide trends to the South African market. Well, we don't have many analysts that are based here, so we don't pretend to be the biggest experts on the local things that are going on, but we did want to try to provide some of that perspective to be able to give some visibility to the interesting things that are happening in the South African startup scene, as well as be able to give some of that exposure from some of that innovation to our clients. Well, we're lucky because Cape Town is actually the first event in the symposium season. There are 8 different symposiums where we have fairly similar content, where we introduce a lot of the same kind of themes, and we're really initiating a lot of them in Cape Town. Next week is Orlando. That's the flagship event with about 12,000 people. That's our biggest one. After that, there's going to be Barcelona, India, Sao Paulo, Tokyo, and Australia, and then later in Dubai. So largely we take a lot of these different ideas. This year the focus is on digital business. We actually introduced a lot of those concepts last year. We're talking about some of those changes that were happening. This year we're talking about how to do it. What have companies already done? What are some of the lessons learned from some of the first companies that have been starting to make this change? And next year we're going to be talking about institutionalizing it most likely, as well as looking beyond to what's going to be coming next. Jeff Mann, Gartner Research, thank you very much.